Everybody, you are all welcome to this YouTube channel. If today is your first day of watching this channel, please quickly press the subscribe button and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that at any time I upload any video to this channel, you can quickly get an alert, or anytime I am live on video, you can quickly get an alert in order for you to make your contributions as they will be helpful to others and even me. Thank you. Today, I am going to deal with the topic which says some Germany Jugend armed officials seize children for financial gains. Some Germany Jugend armed officials seize children for financial gains. You may be wondering what this Jugendamt means. This Jugendamt in Germany means the welfare department of Germany, which was set up by the government in order to help parents who their children are uncontrollable for them, or to help children whom their parents are unable to control and guide towards their future dreams. Now, the Germany Jugendamt was set up for this purpose. Though it was set up for this purpose, but some corrupt Jugendamt officials now use it for their own personal interest in order to make financial gains. They no longer seize children because they are uncontrollable for the children and for the parents, or that the parents are unable to control these children and guide them towards their future. Instead, they now seize these children because of financial gains. The financial gain that follows may be very, very surprising to you when you hear it. When the children are with the parents, they receive less than 500 euro in a month. Not even, it is not near this that I have mentioned. In order that the government give for their upkeeping, it is not even near anyway 500 euros. But when the Jugendamt officials seize these children, the government have apportioned the sum of 7,000 euros plus, if not even above 7,000 euros plus. This is what they gain per a child that is seized in Germany. This is what the Jugendamt officials will benefit from the government. It is paid promptly. The government is out there to take care of these children. They don't play with the upkeeping of the children. They pay it promptly. As the month is getting to an end, immediately the money is entering the account of the officials that have seized these children. So whether they spend 100 euro, whether they spend 50 euro only on these children, it is marked because it is the Jugendamt that also supervise themselves in taking care of these children. So even if they spend only 50,000, if they spend only 50 euros on top of these children, on top of a child monthly, they will mark it that the 7,000 have been expended in caring for these children. So this is a propelling force. This money, this huge amount, is a propelling force to these Jugendamt officials that are corrupt. So they now go after the foreigners' children. A lot of foreigners who have traveled to Germany, who have traveled here to Germany here, either to seek asylum, have lost their children. When you ask many of them, they tell you, I've sent my child back to my country. I've sent my child back to my country. Whereas that child has been seized by this Jugendamt officials. Being that when they seize the child, when they lay their hands on any child, There is no way the parents will go to. There is no proof in order to avert these oppressional activities. Even when they go to the court, the Jugend, they cover everywhere. They cover doctors, they cover all evidences. They even walk as far to the schools which these children attend, and even walk hand in hand with them, tell them what to say. They tell them what to say. So they have many evidences against these innocent parents, and they are unable to win this case, any case in the court. Sometimes they seize these children and they hand over these children to lesbians. They hand over these children to homosexuals. These children, they grow up at times. When they grow up, you see them, they become drug addicts. They become wayward children. None of the children they seize. I have not seen any of the children they have seized that have become a doctor. I have not seen any of the children that they have seized that have become a lawyer. I have not seen any of the child that they have seized that have become an engineer. These have, in several occasions, these have raised the question in my mind that we need to speak about this topic. We need to speak about it. Many of the social media presenters that are here in Germany, they undermine this topic because if they speak about it, of course, they are afraid. Of course, they are afraid, yes. I will not blame them. But they may know what is happening. Some of them may know, and some of them may not know what is happening. It is only when some of the parents cry out that they have seized their children unjustly, that they will say a particular person's child has been seized. A particular person's child has been seized. Maybe the parents, maybe the mother did not behave well. Maybe the mother did not take care of these children in the proper form. But in the real sense, that is not the real excuse for seizing these children. The excuse for seizing these children is the force behind propelling these corrupt Jugend officials. That is the 7,000 they are going to receive every month per a child. That is what is driving most of these Jugend corrupt officials. Now listen, I decided I am speaking on this topic because I have followed a case up to an extent that it was proven that these corrupt Jugend officials only pursue this cause for their own financial gains. There was a case that happened in Solingen, North Rhine-Westphalia. Solingen, North Rhine-Westphalia. The woman had 3 children. On the long run, she was pregnant for the 4th child. Both parents were caring for these children, not until their asylum was rejected there in Solingen. Then after the asylum was rejected, the man left and came back within a short time with his residence, European residence, in order for him not to be deported from the European zone. So while this woman was pregnant, this woman was there in asylum pursuing her appeal. The Jugend sent some privy to this very woman there in Solingen. They sent some spies, some of their agents, and they came under these guys, bearing the name Social Hilfe. That is social help. Of course, that is the name in English. What happened? They asked this woman if this woman actually needed help, which this woman was saying that she doesn't need help. After pressurizing this woman, that they will come, it is their work, whether they don't come to take care of the children, they will still pay them. So what is the need? If the woman says she doesn't need any help. So they convinced the woman, and the woman allowed them to be coming to the house to play with the children at times, unknowing they were spying at this woman on how and excuses that they can use to seize the woman's children. So the 3 children that this woman was having, They have already calculated 7,000 times 4, even including the pregnancy that this woman was carrying. The woman that was representing the Jugend in Zolingen was Frau Oremek. The name is Frau Oremek. In case you don't know, if you don't understand the German language a little, Frau means Mrs. or Miss. Of course, Miss Oremek, that is Frau Oremek, have bargained the 7,000 times even the baby this woman was carrying in her womb was already bargained for, which is 7,000 times 4 children. That is including the unborn baby that was even in the womb, have been bargained for. That is 4. So while this woman was going to the hospital to go and deliver, they asked this woman that they will care for the children before she returned from the hospital. Normally in Germany, when you deliver in the hospital, highest 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, you are back to your house. So this woman was even convincing them that she would call on the father of the children to be with the children, because officially the father of the children was not in Germany, but by legal right, the Dublin law, the European law, also allows the father to go there and spend every 90 days. So the father was there, but the woman wanted to register it officially that the man, the father of these children, is here. So he knows everything. He knows the school. He was the one that placed these children in the school. He also takes them to school from time to time as he's around, when he comes to visit. But they said no, that they will be the ones to care for the children. So they took these children, they compelled this woman and took the children to care for the children for 5 days. While this woman was discharged, immediately this woman was discharged after 5 days, this woman was asking after her children. She was asking after her children. And they were still pressurizing this woman that this woman should stay with the little born baby. They don't want to release the other 3 children. So this woman became confused, and she couldn't understand what these people were talking about. So after much, they brought these children back to this woman after some days. And they came to the woman after a few days, a woman that just gave birth in the hospital, that we are going to take these 3 children in order for you to be able to care for the newborn baby. Then this woman was now asking them, why is it that you are taking these children? You want to take these children? They had no reason to give. And they said, okay, we are going to take them for some few days, after which we can still bring them, after which we can still take them. So the husband was a graduate in Nigeria. A graduate precisely in Nigeria. He graduated. So the husband quickly whispered to this woman that these people have some underground work to do, because you gave birth to the other children. Nobody took the children to take care of them. Why is it that they are insisting they want to take your 3 children? So when the husband told the woman quickly woke up and insisted that she would not release her children even for 1 day, even for some hours or 3 days. And they told the woman they were going to enter a meeting with the woman, that they were going to fix an appointment. After 3 days, they came back to the woman and tried to force the woman that they were going to take the other 3 children from the woman. So something that came like help became a force without any complaint. The only complaint they gave is that they are afraid that the other 3 children will injure the newborn baby. Wherein the woman did not even complain to them that these children will injure the newborn baby. And the children none of them have injured each other before, that have been rushed to hospital, or maybe something has happened before that made them to think of this at all. So the woman now quickly woke up and understood they were going to take her children for financial gain. So the woman insisted, no, I will not release my children. And they said that they will reach the woman again. When the man, the father of the children, told the woman, quickly wrote a letter, sent to Frau Oremek, Miss Oremek, in Zolingen, Jugend. the father personally took the other 3 children and they went to the Frau Oremek. When they got there, what the father of the children was, the first thing he saw was that they wrote on the doorpost, Jugend, and the father was surprised that the people that came as social Hilfe are not ordinary social Hilfe, but Jugend. So the father dropped the letter that he was the father of his children and that his children could not be seized for financial gains because there was no complaint and no excuse for them to seize the children. So the father argued that if they want to go to court, he will go to court with them, that he owned his children. But the next thing they did, they went to the court and the father quickly ran to a lawyer. The father of the children quickly ran to a lawyer. Having hired a lawyer, the lawyer told the father of the children, who owned the resident, because the father of the children hold a resident of another European country, now told the father of the children that should it be that this Jugend have given the excuse or written anything like psychiatric problem for the woman, then there will be no way to judge the case in the court. So from there, the father of the children became watchful, very, very watchful. He became very, very watchful. And I was following this. I was following this case. I followed this case to see what will happen. What then happened? They took the case to the court. Even before the day, the Jugend wrote another letter that giving another excuse, different from the excuse they gave initially, that they want to take care of the children for some time so that the children will not injure the little baby that was given birth to, that the woman just gave birth to. That this Jugend Frau Oremek, headed by Frau Oremek, quickly wrote a letter claiming that the woman has psychiatric problem. Psychiatric problem. Which made immediately the husband of the woman read this letter. He recalled what the lawyer told him, that supposing this Jugend they wrote a letter of psychiatric problem, that they will quickly do what? That there will be no way to judge the case, that they can just come at any time and seize the children. You see, they wrote this, and if not that the husband of the woman was around, what would have happened? They would have succeeded seizing 4 children to collect 7,000 per each child. So the husband of the woman quickly took the woman and left Germany with his children. They left Germany with their children immediately. And I have heard from the woman from time to time. I have heard from the man from time to time. And there have not been any case. There have been no case whereby the other children have injured the little baby. So I saw it as a very clear case that the German Jugend officials, some of them, that they seize people's children for financial gains. They are seizing people's children for financial gain. When you see somebody that they seize their children, there was also one case in Duisburg. They seized this lady's 3 children without excuse. They seized the children. In Essen, the same thing, like the one of Essen, that one came up on social media. People are saying, probably you didn't bath the child very well. Probably you are not rubbing the child with good cream. Probably a child of 9 years are supposed to be bathing these children. Are you making negative comments because you are not in the woman's shoe? Because I went through the social media broadcast whereby this woman was brought out, and some of the people were giving negative excuses. Or probably you are in Germany. Yeah, you are here in Germany, and you do not know that there are some corrupt Jugend officials that are seizing children for financial gain, just like modern slavery. Just like modern slavery, they are now seizing foreigners' children. That is, you go You take asylum. They are now exchanging the money they give you in asylum with your children. They now take your children away from you. And when the children grow up, you see that they are now wayward. You see most of them in Dusseldorf train station. A lot of our children, you see them in Dusseldorf train station, sometimes more than 20 at times. Moving waywardly. Moving waywardly. They do not know where their parents are. No good conduct. That is to tell you, they seize them from you just to gain the money, but they do not teach them and bring them up with good behavior. Sometimes I shake my head. You go to Duisburg train station, you see them. You go to Essen train station, you see them. They have seized these children, cut their future dream short. They would tell them, most of these children, that we are supposed to be very brilliant if they had grown up under their parents. They brainwash them. They brainwash them. They tell them that they should be carpenters, that their talent is to be carpenters. Some of them, they tell them their talent is to be honorary goldsmith. Some of them, they tell them your talent is to be somebody that will be carrying load and be serving bricklayers that are building houses. Don't you question yourself? These children that they are seizing, how many of them have become lawyers? How many of them have become engineers? How many of them have become doctors? This is a very big question. This is a very big question. I know this video is going to circulate and it is going to go round until it gets to Zolingen, the start Zolingen, or until it is going to stumble into the hands of one of the government officials that are ruling Germany. That I have said, I followed a case and I know quite all right, I confirm quite all right that some of the Jugend armed officials are seizing children for financial gains. Even this personal case I followed, the mother and the father of the children have vowed to come up with a case against Frau Oremek. They will stand against Frau Oremek to prove her wrong in the International Criminal Court. They said they are not afraid that they will stand in the International Criminal Court to prove Frau Oremek to be wrong and to prove that she has seized a lot of children there in Zolingen from foreigners because of financial gains. She has even deprived a child in Zolingen, whom I know, a child, a German citizen. She deprived her of the comfort. She deprived her of the whole right she was supposed to have growing up in her own country. A German child, Frau Oremek, have driven the mother, the child, and even her other brothers and sisters out of Zolingen just because she wants to make financial gain, just because of the 7,000 she's going to collect per a child. They have been doing it and have decided to come out today to announce it until it gets to the hand of the German government that some of the Jugend armed officials are corrupt. The parents of this German child, whom Frau Oremek drove out of Germany just because she wanted to seize the children to make financial gain, they have vowed that this child will become a lawyer. Even if Frau Oremek become old before the child grow up, the child is going to become a what? A lawyer, because the parents of the child have vowed and they have spoken to me that the child must surely become a lawyer to fight it back. All the deprivation that Frau Oremek have deprived the child will come back to fight for it. She will come back and Frau Oremek is going to pay her dearly because she is a German. Frau Oremek is a German. But just because the child is still a little baby, she wanted to use the child for business. Doctors in other European countries and other countries have proven Frau Oremek to be wrong, because Frau Oremek was able to go and forge a letter that psychiatric it's like the mother of the child is having psychiatric problem, so therefore they will even take all the children. Now the mother of the child have been taking care of the children properly. The children are in school. They have not gotten any injury. They have not gotten any case, any problem concerning the children or between the parents, the mother and the children. That is to say, he who fights and run away will need to fight another day. The case must come up. If not between Frau Oremek and the parents of these children, it will come up when the German child, whom she have deprived her right and the comfort she was supposed to get in her own country as a citizen, as a German child, that child is going to fight back. Even if Frau Oremek becomes 60 years, as at when this child becomes a lawyer, this child will have some questions to raise against Frau Oremek. If this child eventually becomes a professional lawyer, it is also a proof that Frau Oremek is wrong. That she have been using this office to make financial gains. So, not all children that are seized in Germany, that were seized because for a purpose. Now listen very well. This is how they do it. Just enter YouTube. After listening to this, just enter Jugend seize children. Also enter Google and read how the Jugend the corrupt Jugend officials seize children. When they lie against the parents, when they see that the parents are not willing to release their children, they lie against them that they have financial problem, they have a psychiatric problem. And after lying that they have psychiatric problem, they take them to court, carry the children to court, and from the court, they will take the children, and from the court, they will take the mother whom they have claimed that she's having a psychiatric problem. They will take her into another car and take her to a psychiatric center where they will lock her like somebody who is in the prison. So for good 5, 6, 7 years, she cannot come out of that yard. She will be there. So thinking will even throw her into depression. Just like a mother. If you are a mother, now they take your children. You don't see your children, you don't know how your children are faring. You don't know how they are treating your children where they are. The thinking will even make you to become depressed, to behave abnormal. So this is how they repress these mothers. After lying against them, they take them to court and arrest them from the court, take them straight to psychiatric centers. So this is how the corrupt Jugend officials, this is how they have been dealing, destroying families, destroying children, lying against mothers in Germany. So in Germany, if they happen to say they want to take your children, it's either you go away, you leave Germany, immediately you get the whisper, or you will be ready to lose the children. And when you lose them without resisting, they take them away. Before you can see those children, they are over 18 years. By then, they would have poisoned the mind of these children, that even when they see you, the mother, on the way, they will not greet you, because they may have told them, your mother is mad, your mother is not good, your mother wanted to kill you. So they poison their hearts. By so doing, brainwash these children into like modern slavery, not to become what they were supposed to become, because they can never study any good profession. Any child that is seized, they brainwash them. So you should be aware that when they stretch hand towards your children as a parent, either you leave Germany with your children. If you say you want to go to court with them, surely they will take the children, because they work hand in hand with the family court. So they will take the children. You cannot drag it. And well, after taking the children, your lawyer will always assure you that we are going for the case, we are going for the case. In the long run, they will seize your children. Your lawyer will tell you, don't worry, we are pursuing the case. So not until the children gets to about 18 years, you cannot even get these children back. And by the time you will see them after 18 years, what will happen? These children will not even greet you on the road. They feel that you are mad, you are not complete. So you should be aware that your children are very important. In the next video, I am going to speak on how the German Jugend brainwashes or social effect, brainwashes parents, brainwash the mothers on how to scatter them, and after scattering them, they will now come into the family to pick those children for their own financial gain. Bye bye. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. I am going to speak more and going to expatiate more on this topic, on how they come, the system with which they come, and how they seize these children, and how to avoid it. Thank you. Bye bye.